Hello and welcome to the first video review of 2020 from Ninja Bill Reviews, and we are here today to take a look at Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Deluxe Class Spinister, and I really love them. But before we take a look at this, we will take a look at this, and I gotta talk about that. So, I got mine for $11. How? Because when it was on the shelf, it was like this, only, you know, with a piece of tape right there. That's how it came. Also, the inner cardboard slip and the instructions were missing. There were no instructions or the inner cardboard slip. This is just how I got it. And well, this part was in like so. This was in like so. Whoop, didn't quite get in there. There we go. This is how I pulled it off the shelf. It was just like this. So, you know, I took pictures. I'll include the pictures. You'll see those pictures at the beginning of this review, so it explains why those pictures are there. But yeah, so, you know, anyway, this plastic stuff's all falling out. You can get rid of that. Yeah. And so anyway, there. We'll raise up my camera. Oh, been a while. I'm a bit rusty. Anyway, there are the images from the box. It looks great. It says Deluxe Class. Now, admittedly, I don't know much about this character. Apparently, he had a long run in the IDW comics. I'm not. Anyway, it says Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Hasbro 8+, Transformers up the side. He got your Generations logo, your Karatomi logo. Got words for a moment there. And you have his line number going on up there. Spinister there. Got that insignia or whatever that is going on there. Great artwork on the side. Says authentic. Here is the back showing the alt mode, robot mode, him holding, as a matter of fact, he's holding one of the, you know, battle masters there and target masters as they really are, and show some more there, and all. That's it for the packaging. So let's get back to the toy here. Alright. And I like him. I do. I like him. Got small little issues with this alt mode, but overall I do like this toy. First of those issues, let's jump right into the looks, and we'll get into those issues right away. So here he is. We'll zoom in and take a good look at all those molded details that he comes with. I really dig him. Nice molded details up in there, all over the place. Pretty cool. Now, I'm told this is sort of a magenta, not a pink. So I don't know. There's like two shades of pink. One is a magenta. This one, I think, I've been told. So now here's one of the first issues. You see that those tabs on either side should go inside here. It should, but let me get those blades out of the way. It doesn't want to stay in there, and it's some tolerance issues. And what it is there's a panel inside here. We'll show it for robot mode that I think is getting in the way. So I think it's either a tolerance or a clearance issue. So it doesn't It doesn't quite fit in there properly. Anyway, you got your Decepticon logo going on there. Again, nice molded details all throughout. Got the back rotor going on there. Got some detail right there. Back rotor does spin pretty freely. Rotors up top do spin pretty freely as well. Quite cool. Quite cool indeed. And here we are approaching my next little problem. Because, as you can see right there, that should be level. What it is if you see that tab right there, there's a tab right there. Get in close. Oops. That tab right there. I'm going to have to file this down a bit because it will not seat in that port or slot properly. It just pushes itself right out. So no matter what I do, I can push it in there just fine, and then it just pops itself out. So I am definitely going to have to do some sanding there to correct that. And otherwise that's okay. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's got some landing gear right there. You can fold that up if you want, although then it won't sit right. And so, but yeah, and he spins quite well. Whee! do that again. There you go. Got the rotor spinning by itself. Anyway, so yeah, there is the underside. There's the top. So, not too bad. Whoop, gotta plug this back in. That back in there. There's a slot which goes in. And then this slots it into there. But mine is really, really tight. You'll see that slot. There's a tab. Get all this lined up properly. There we go. Sorry about that. So, once again, everything's mostly lined up again, except that doesn't tab in properly. So, anyway, pretty cool. I really dig it. He comes with 2 accessories. Let's go ahead and pull these off and talk about them. Now, you can store them. The instructions say right there and there. But if you want, you can also store them like so via those ports right there on the side. You can store them. Oops. Put it on the right way. There you go. This on this way. There you go. And you can store them on the side like that, and the rotors will spin as freely. So, pretty cool. Anyway, let's take a look at these. And they are pretty cool. They are slightly different molds. At first I thought they were the same, but no, they are not. You have a 5mm port there and a peg right there. Pretty nicely molded details. Again, a port and a peg. And no, they don't really combine together in any meaningful way. They just don't. But anyway, there you go. Here's this one. Sort of like a minigun type of thing. Now this one you can kind of... And then I drop it. Hey, when I drop things. Kind of get it plugged together. That's something you want to do, I guess. Okay, but anyway, there you go. So those are the accessories, and he's you know, pretty cool. And again, spins really well. Whee! There you go. Yes, yes. So what little I do know about this guy, apparently at one point in the comics, he's called the stupidest person in the universe or something like that. I don't know, but apparently he's very quiet and paranoid and just generally just likes to shoot stuff, I guess. So, you know, again, I don't know much about this character. I really don't. I honestly had no real desire to get this toy, but when I saw him for $11, of course I'm not going to pass it up. It's a new Transformer for $11, so boom. Yeah, anyway, so let's get right down. Boy, it's been a while, I'm rusty. Let's get right down to transformation. Actually, no, I don't do transformations on my channel anymore. See, it's been a while. And I'll be right back with his robot mode. And we're back, and here he is in his robot. I think I messed up. No instructions, remember? Anyway, no, this is a fan mode I saw in a Facebook group, sort of a Jerwalk type of thing, but I saw this and I was like, oh, that's kind of clever. So, you know, so there you go. You sort of have this thing going on here, and I guess you could, you know, fold these up if you wanted, you know, have them out like that, because they certainly don't stay in place. By the way, those 2 5mm ports right there are absolutely useless, I think. Seriously, they're absolutely useless. Anyway, we'll talk more about that in his robot mode when I come back. Again, no instructions, see what I did there? Okay, now for real, here we are, back with his robot mode, and there he is, and I dig him. I dig him a lot. Raise my camera a bit here. We'll zoom in just a tad, and I like him a lot. I love these colors. I think he looks really cool. All in all, I think he looks great. I like him. I like him a lot. And officially, it doesn't list that you can store his weapons there, but obviously with those 5mm ports, you can. Speaking of those 5mm ports, you get 1 on each thigh. You get 2 on each arm, 1 on the forearm, 1 on the shoulder. Same on that other side. And you get 2 back here, which are absolutely useless because they're covered up with these blades And even if they were not, I don't get it. They're useless. Same thing in vehicle mode. They're utterly useless. Okay, so maybe you can untab this, but no, that doesn't even work. I don't get it. I don't get it, and I think I folded these up wrong. There we go. And it's just, I don't get it. I have no idea why those ports are up there, other than just maybe saved on plastic. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, once again, these weapons, you can place them, anywhere on there. If you face them this way, you'll note that they clasp over his forearms, so you get a sort of a clean look, as you can see. So, that's pretty cool, and it's the same for either of them, if you want, or, you can put it on their forearms, so you can have displayed various ways, and totally up to you how you want to do that. So let's go ahead and take these off for now, and we'll take a look around this robot mode once I clean him up. There we go. And he's pretty cool. We'll zoom out a bit here. Start with the feet. Nice clear light blue canopy on either leg. Otherwise, they look mostly identical. Got feet articulation. They'll go down that far. They'll go up a tiny fraction. And you do get a nice deep rocker if you want it. So even the other way a little bit as well. Do the transformation. So pretty cool. Same thing on that side. And you got some of that scuffing going on there. Battle damage. Knees will bend that far. If you move this out of the way, it'll go farther. And by the way, this is the plate I was talking about that I think is getting in the way, causing clearance issues. So when he's in helicopter mode, get this out of the way here. This folds out like this, so you can fold this knee in like that, and this collapses over it. But I think there's some tolerance or clearance issues going on here that doesn't allow that to happen. So anyway, nice knee bend. Get that foot back in there, right? Leg will go out that far. It will go forward that far, so you can do the high kicks. I couldn't dance. No, kick back that far. So pretty cool. Got some waist articulation for these arms. Even with those copter blades, if you get them out of the way, it'll go all the way around. They will go that far, auto universal, which is pretty cool. So out that far. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have a double elbow, and you do have wrist articulation. So pretty good. And finally, for that head, you get all the way around if you want, but you have not real any significant up or down, just fractions of it. And speaking of that head sculpt, let's take a nice close look at that. Pretty cool. I dig it. Black helmet, bright yellow eyes. You got a turquoise faceplate. From my understanding, that was originally supposed to be silver, but they made it turquoise, so I don't know which is the right color to have for this guy. So let me know down in the comments, but because again, I don't know that much about the character. Purple Decepticon symbol on a silver background. Pretty cool. Some nice painted details in there. Now, apparently the CG model showed this as all yellow, but they do have some yellow on there. Still pretty cool. All pretty cool. And I dig his transformation. It's a clever transformation. I do dig it. I dig it a lot. So, all in all, not a bad toy. Not a bad toy. And here he is from the back. Pretty clean. Now, I always show the back, and talk, but it's one of my trigger things is back when people talk about backpacks or hollowness from the back, I'm like, so do you display them on the shelf like this? It's like you walk in the room and you see a person's shelves is nothing but the backside of a toy? Really? Is that what you do? Is that why you hate it so much? Because you display your figures backwards? And then you got people who say, well, for photographs or stop motion, it's... So for 5% of the toy's life on your shelf, you are going to complain about a backpack. For 5%. And what about the other 95% of the time? Do you still display them backwards just so you can tell people how much you hate the toy having a backpack? Anyway, moving on. This is about the review. It's, like I said, it's one of my trigger things. It's just like, it's an utterly, and it's just utterly, and they always come back with that quip. It's either for photographing or for stop motion, blah, blah, blah. That's asinine. All right, come up with something more creative, at least a sound argument. It's legitimately stupid to say that. It's legitimately stupid. Yeah, again, it's a trigger thing for me. Anyway, so, I like this guy. I do. I like this guy. I think it's clever how this pushes in a bit to secure those, you know. You can see me moving around. It's not really doing much, so I dig that. I dig that a lot. I like the engineering, how, you know, this is the... You can always tell which leg is which, because this one will have the front landing gear on it, and this one does not. So, you know, this will be the cockpit that is underneath the helicopter. This one is the main, you know, cockpit. So, pretty cool. Lots of molded details. So, even though my box was destroyed and it was missing, you know, the inner sleeve and the instructions, that doesn't bother me. Dennis, when I first made my Facebook post, Dennis said, "Who cares about the packaging?" Great deal, and you're right, Dennis. Who cares about the packaging? And then, indeed, it was a great deal, and I really like this guy. So, this has been a look at Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Deluxe Class, Spinister, and I really, really like him. I do. I like him a lot. I'm glad that he came with 2 weapons, which normally, you know, we don't get. You can display these however you want. I kind of like them up on those shoulders, you know, sort of a seeker fashion type of thing, having these weapons up on their arms, you know. So I kind of dig that. I do. I like him. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Check out my playlist. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that like and that bell icon so you can stay up to date to all my videos. And that like button, I'm telling you, really helps my channel grow. I was hoping to reach 200 before year-end 2019. Then I was going to do something special, do a contest, but that never happened. So, you know, maybe if I reach 200 by my birthday this March, I may do a contest or something. So, anyway, once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and despite my small tirade here at the end there, yeah, I dig this guy, so I highly suggest you go get him. Be good to each other.